Hello and welcome to We Got a Podcast, a podcast about Dragon Ball from A to Z, from Earth to Namek to Sadala. We cover it all. My name is Randy.
And I'm Broke Doug.
And I'm back from Hawaii, Ken.
Hey! Nice to have you back, Ken.
Thanks.
We're the world's strongest under the heavens trio de dangers here every other week to talk your ear off about fights, goofs, and everything else in the Dragon Ball cosmos. Douglas, how you doing, man? Tell me what's up.
It takes me a second to always remember that Ken is not actually coming back from Hawaii physically, but yeah, you might as well have been, right? I mean, you were that engulfed in Yakuza.
Yeah, I was like not talking to anyone. I was in my cave putting
It's only a second.
Plus
It's only
hours.
ever like a second that it takes me like, oh yeah, Ken's not. Yeah, but no, I've been good. I've a little frustrated today because I couldn't find this Kaioken Goku SH figure arts that's been a Target exclusive for a few months now, and it's super rare because whenever someone finds it, they buy the entire stock and leave no one for anyone else, and then scalp up the prices. The Super Bowl just happened for me like a few days ago. That
happened
day,
for everybody on the same day.
Yeah.
Okay.
well, for us, this is gonna be, you know what I mean? Like it's gonna be, they're gonna listen to this a week later or whatever. Then we're recording. For us,
It just made it sound like
for us, it's
you're
a
in a
few days. For them, it's a few weeks. Okay, Randy, I know how this works. They know how this works.
Just wanted to be sure.
Can I get back to my SH figure arts debacle?
Yes,
Thank you.
absolutely.
Doesn't matter.
I'm sorry.
Doesn't matter. Whatever it is, it's still fresh. I went on my way to my friend's house. There was a Target there. There was two Targets on the way. But one of the Targets was kind of out of the way. So I just went to the one that was off the exit of the highway, went to that one, no SH figure arts of Kaioken Goku, but they did have Trunks. I already have Trunks, but I'm like, yeah, I'll pick it up. I don't want to leave empty-handed. Took it to the front register. It wouldn't ring up. A manager came. He's like, what are these, like $13? I'm like, yes. And so I got a good deal on a $35 figure. Instead of paying $70, I paid $30 for two Trunks. And now I can like customization, put Goku's head on the Trunks body for the Saiyan armor, whatever. And then come to find out 2 days later, I see on Reddit that someone posted that they found the Kaioken Goku at the Target that I skipped. At the Target that I skipped on the same day that I went. And I was so bummed, still bummed. Today I went to the three Targets around my area and no luck anywhere. Even the one Target that I went to on Sunday where I still left some Trunks there for other people. Those Trunks were gone. So I don't know what's going on, but it's hell out here, man.
You just got to give it a little bit.
Yeah, or that being gone is karma for you lying to the Target employee and swindling them.
Nah, for anything, and Bandai is at fault there. They shouldn't be charging that much for that figure anyway. So.
Well, that's fair. Well, that sucks. I'm sad that you didn't get that.
It's fine. It's I like the hunt of it, actually. I feel defeated afterwards if I don't get it, but it's going to feel that much more rewarding when I eventually do find it.
Right. Yeah.
Hopefully.
Sometimes
if I find it.
Sometimes it is all about the hunt. I remember when I was trying to score a PS5 and it was, checking, trying to log in and like buy stuff before scalpers, and like then I got it, I'm like,
Can you just buy it now, like whenever you want nowadays?
I've never seen one in store.
Really? I feel like it's a lot easier than it was then. But yeah, I remember that that was hell. And I didn't even like want one. I was getting one for a friend of mine to give to her boyfriend, my other friend at the time, like for his birthday. And yeah, I had to like get in that virtual line, and it's like, oh my God, there's one available in the store an hour away. And so I drove over there and got it. It was so awesome.
I remember when I got my PS5, I was so worried that someone was going to like attack the lady bringing it out to my car.
Yeah.
And
you opted for side curb pickup or whatever?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This was
Same
like
for
peak
me.
COVID. Yeah. And so I was like zigzagging on the way home in case someone was like trying to tail me. It was like, that's the way it was then, though.
Yeah, that's
Right?
wild.
Oh, that's good. Ken, tell me about yourself. Please tell me you don't have as much pain and trauma as Doug. No more sadness.
No, I do also look for the Kaioken Goku every time I go. I haven't seen him yet.
Oh.
But I've been spending 90 plus hours playing Yakuza 8, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth.
God,
what a fantastic game. I rolled credits on it last night, so
Way to go.
I'm still probably gonna put another 10, 15 hours into it. I might go for the platinum.
Oh, there's other like you can do stuff after the game is over. I guess I've only played one of the Yakuza games. I've only beaten one.
Every Yakuza ends and then opens up premium adventures, so you can go and like clear out sub stories or continue to do like whatever side job stuff there is. So
yeah,
I think Yakuza 8, to speak of it totally spoiler free, I think it has the absolute best RPG turn-based combat of all time.
wow.
Whoa.
That's high praise. What the hell? I want to
Yeah.
play this game. I was so jealous of you being able to play that game. I'm like, I'm still on Kiwami 0. There's no way I'm able to.
I started in 2018 when Sega accidentally leaked all of Yakuza 6 for free on PS4.
They did that?
Well, they put out
I
the
forgot
demo
about
for
that.
Yakuza 6, but the demo accidentally had the full game.
That's hilarious. No
And-
way. Did they fix that retroactively?
They did it like within a day, but I had always heard about the Yakuza series, and I was like, well, it's free, right? The whole game's out. Let me check it out.
Now there's a good chance. Yeah.
And so I downloaded it, and I played it for like 2 hours, and I was like, oh, damn it. I'm going to have to play this whole
I'm a
series.
fan. It's so hard to explain to someone who's never played Yakuza what it is, but it's just like the most serious cop drama or Yakuza drama, but with the goofiest stuff that you could do like that. It's just the most hilarious shit ever. I don't know how to explain it to someone.
I saw it described as like a Scorsese movie that's constantly interrupted by an episode of The Simpsons.
That's great. Yeah, okay. I love that.
So
That is
It
good.
is so wild. Yakuza is great, man.
yeah, I think it's, Super Mario RPG to me used to be the high bar of turn-based combat because of like the timed attacks and stuff. And there's timed attacks in this. There's timed guards. You have like a circle that you can move around in and manipulate where your other characters are and the environment around you and like where the enemies are to get different kind of attacks or combos. And it's just...
I saw that. I saw like you can like kick an enemy that when you kick him, he flies towards another one of your teammates.
Yeah.
That then follows up with a combo or whatever.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Like, so this Yakuza of all, where would you rank it, I guess, for all the Yakuza that's come out?
I don't want to do that yet.
Okay.
There's some people who listen to this podcast who haven't even started the game yet, and so I don't want to influence them one way or the other, other than to say that it has the best turn-based RPG combat of all time.
And you were left satisfied. Like you were going into this so excited before it came out. Were your expectations met and exceeded?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I think it's an incredible game. Now, will it be my game of the year? I don't know. Final Fantasy VII is right on the horizon.
Dude, I'm taking time off. I'm going to be playing that game so hard.
February 21st, they're fixing the demo, so I will finally check the demo out.
Fixing the demo. Oh, yeah, they are fixing the demo, the performance issues or whatever.
I'm not playing that game at 30 frames per second. You can get out of here with that. So
I did.
They're going to release the second half of it, like in the 22nd or whatever, and then it'll be all groovy, but yeah.
I played it in graphics mode, and it was very enjoyable.
It's beautiful, right? Yeah, I loved it.
And it's a silky smooth, locked 30 FPS because for me, it's consistency, not the higher the number, so long as it's consistent. So
yeah, I'm still new to PC gaming, so I'm still fine with 30 FPS locked.
Oh, once you experience 120, it's over for you, man.
My eyes will never be the same.
It's not. Your eyes will never be the same.
Randy, what have you been doing?
My brand. I've been pretty good. I've also been playing a RPG turn-based game from Sega that also came out recently.
Yeah, they're having a banner year.
Yeah, they are.
Monkey Ball?
Yes. No. So I said that I was going to buy this game, but I wasn't going to play it until after Final Fantasy VII Rebirth because I'm like, I don't got time for this. But I bought Persona 3 Reload, and I'm like, let's just boot it up and see what it's like.
You're
Let's
extra
just-
sake. Yeah.
Let's just play a little bit and see how the
He's in
combat
New Game
is.
Plus.
You know what? I'm really interested by these characters, and let's see how the story is kind
There
of
we
go.
go.
Let's put
I don't
20
need
hours.
sleep.
Let's put 20 hours into it in a week and a half. Yeah, let's just do that.
Holy crap.
So, I mean, it's still, so the game starts in April. I'm just about to finish June, so there's still a lot left to go because it's a year's worth of stuff. So
Damn.
Only 20 hours in a week and a half?
Yeah.
I have put 93 hours into Yakuza 8 over 3 weeks.
Holy shit.
I did other stuff. I'm still trying to finish Baldur's Gate 3. I'm in Act 3, and I'm like, I gotta finish this.
I keep
before
forgetting
Final
that game
Fantasy.
exists. I need to... After Final Fantasy Rebirth comes out, then I need to make a list of games to play after that.
Yeah, man. But Persona 3 Reload, really good. It's been about 12 or so years since I played the PS2 one, and I didn't get super far. I got to about where I am right now, which is easy to tell because they made movie adaptations of these, and I watched the first movie and I was like, oh, this is where I left off in the game, which is it's all broken up into seasons. So it's like spring, and I'm like, okay, I made it through spring. That's where I was.
That's pretty
at.
cool.
Yeah, so I've been playing that. It's really good. A lot of really great quality of life improvements. The combat is super good, super fluid. you know, that takes some of the guesswork out, because if you found out an enemy's weakness, because these enemies are weak to different elements or different damage types, you just hit a button called like assist, and it just scans the battlefield if you're using a character to be like, oh, okay, it's this enemy, and your current character has this attack that will, you know, stun it. So it's like, oh, okay, cool, and then just hit it and use it. And,
it's like the Pokemon, like the newer Pokemon games just tell you what's effective and not effective.
Right, but you just hit R1 and it goes, this guy, and it highlights the attack, and you just have to hit A, like, yeah, of course I want to do that. And
then you just hit R1,
attack.
it skips the entire battle for you. It's like, yeah, you won.
Well, if you press start, everybody just uses attack, and if you're strong enough, you can just, clear it out really fast. Right. So, but yeah, man, it's good. If you like Persona, definitely give it a go. Persona
I always find the calendar system to be, like, suffocating.
Daunting? Suffocate, yeah.
So I play these games in a terrible way, which is I have a guide up that tells me what to do day by day, time by time.
I do that too. And I still feel suffocated. I still feel like if I'm not maximizing my time, I'm wasting it. And that's not how the game is intended to play, but I cannot not play it that way. And it just feels like I don't know. I guess you guys understand. It just feels really weird to, I don't know, to do that. Right. I love the Persona 5 was fun. I still haven't beat it yet, not because of anything bad of the game, just that's me. You know me, I don't finish games. But it does feel like, all right, every day, is it a Tuesday yet? Is it raining? Like all this other stuff. Can I go to this shop and gain this post on this quiz? I need to make sure I get all the answers right.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I never felt, because I played some Persona 5. That's really my only exposure to the series, but I played some of that. And yeah, the calendar system, I was just like, I don't feel like I can breathe.
Yeah. And it's nothing for me, it's nothing with Persona. It's like any game like that, with like The Sims or anything like that. Like there's this time management. Like I need to be having efficiency and everything. Otherwise, I feel inefficient.
Well, it's very nice because there's this one lovely person. I can't remember their name, but on Steam, you can upload guides to a game's Steam like thing. So I have it open, and I just hit the Steam button, and it brings up my guide overlay of where I was at in that guide. And I go, okay, there's the next thing I do. Hit the Steam button again, and then go and be like, go talk to this person, go hang out with this person, go eat this, go study this. And then I'd be like, okay, now what do I do next? Hit the Steam button. Okay, bloop, and then just jump right back in and continue.
But I hate that. I hate that we feel like we have to do it.
At that point, the game is. I feel like the game is playing itself at that point. Like you're just following a list of things to do.
I can't not do that, Randy. I have to. Like Doug's saying, there's like an obsession to maximize your time.
Here's what you do. You do what I did. You follow that guide for Persona 4 for like 3 weeks, and then you screw something up, and then you just go, you know what? Delete the guide and just play to what your heart says.
I have to date all the teachers or whatever it is you do in those games.
Yes, that does happen.
That is my priority as well.
Okay, well,
dude, she was hot as the maid. Oh my god, forget about it.
Well, just saying, figure it out for yourselves how it's fun to make it fun for yourselves. It's a great series, and I don't recommend it enough. So. It's really, I should have had Doug go last because that would have been a great segue into what our topic is, which is talking about figures. And I know, I think that
my time has come.
Doug, your time is here. And I know that Ken is also, he's part of that community. He's part of that lifestyle.
As big as I am, he just doesn't brag about it as much as I. Yeah, look at it. He has every SH figure arts. I'm so jealous of this man who never quit.
I don't have them all. I just got in early.
It's true. He's just been here for the longest. He's a veteran.
Yeah.
We could say.
I'm a veteran now, but I just left. I was like, this is too expensive for me. I'm getting out of here.
And now you're back in. It clawed you back.
Yeah. Right? I'm paying the piper for it.
I can't remember if last time we talked about what our next episode was going to be, and it wasn't this. We were going to do a episode looking back on our entire GT journey, but you know what? I like this. We've got a little break. Let's do something else, talk about figures. That episode's still coming. We're planning to do it for the next episode, but you know, life happens. We're introducing a fourth person for that specific episode. So scheduling
that'll be fun.
Comes into play.
It was scheduled, and then my dog needed surgery, and so stuff had to shift around.
Right. But it's coming. She's fine. Thank you. I'm so glad to hear. But yeah, so that's coming, but we're going to do figures, and I think that's going to be really great. We do have a recap in case that this is your first episode listening to us talk about figures. Ken and Doug's dream has been granted. Yeah, you know, we did it for the GT. Ken and Doug's dream has been granted. After suffering through GT, they've earned themselves a break and get to gush about all the little pieces of plastic they just can't get enough of. But there's a new challenge on the horizon. With so many figures, how do you pick your favorites?
That really was it really was a challenge to get an idea.
I figured as much. So we have, picked top 5 figures. We're not ranking them like this is my number 1, this is my number 2. It's just 5 without, any sort of order. So we're just going to do that. And Ken, I know that you were bummed about I accidentally shared one of mine. So I'm going to let you...
It's a surprise to all of us. You guys shouldn't... We don't, for the most part, we don't know what our figures are sharing. Except
other than this one mistake. Yes, exactly. Okay. So, Ken, I'm going to let you go first. You tell me what is on your list.
My first entry here is the Super Battle Collection Volume 00, Son Goku Perfect version from 1998.
Oh.
So we've got an image here. Can you tell us what the Super Battle Collection Perfect version Goku is?
So the Super Battle Collection was a line that started in 91, 92, thereabouts, and kind of followed Z and GT the whole way throughout the years. And this is like the cream of the crop collection. A lot of us back in the day, we saw these toys brought over to the US by Irwin, who was also bringing over toys from AB Group in France. They had their own line of Dragon Ball figures. But these were like the iconic mainline Dragon Ball figures. And
are these like the SH figure arts of the time?
Of their time, right? Yeah, this is the like the de facto line that you would collect. And in 1998, to cap off the entire line of, I think, what was it, 42 figures, 43 figures, something thereabout?
Wow.
The final figure was Volume 00, which is the Son Goku Perfect version, which is like just a base body of Goku, but you can swap the heads and arms out.
To all the forms that he had. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
So you can go base, Super Saiyan 2, which is rare because there's not a lot of Super Saiyan 2 merch even today.
Yeah.
And Super Saiyan 3.
So they knew, you said they were capping this off, like they knew they were ending this line?
Yes. Yeah, this was the last figure, I believe.
Do toy companies really do that? Like they know they're going to end a line? I feel like it's just like never ending. As long as it makes money, keep going.
GT ended.
Yeah, there's no more anime, there's no more manga, so they're like, well, we got to move on and do the next hotness, And Dragon Ball wasn't an evergreen thing, I suppose.
Well, tell that to SH Figure Arts. They're still getting new characters to make for figures.
Times have changed.
When you would look at the molds on these figures, the GT ones are very good compared to
they're getting better with time.
Early on in the Super Battle Collection where you had these this Goku that just like looked super jank. Let me get that covered.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen, Volume 1,
there it is,
Son Goku here, super jank, and then also there as well. These just do not look like the characters at all.
They look like they were made out of Play-Doh, like
almost.
Really well done, but the short sleeves like really make it really weird.
Right. Well, that's because you could take the shirt off, and the arms would still need to be able to move up and down with the shirt on, so the sleeves just kind of got pulled back.
They had visions.
Yeah. So
they knew what they were doing.
I think this is something I've always wanted. I've always died to have this figure, and I do not own it.
You don't own it? Dang. You own other Super Battle Collection figures?
Through the Irwin line, yeah. I don't own anything imported straight from Japan of this.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I remember, because this was on my list, my first one that I put on there. I remember, gosh, this would have been like the year 2000, pining, going on eBay listings and looking at this thing so many times, like, oh man, I'll get this one day. And I haven't. I would assume that it's hard to get.
The thing that's amazing about these figures, about figures in general, is that they always look great during the time. Like, like they don't look like what we look at them now and look how janky they are. They look like perfect. Like, oh my god, straight from the pages of Akira Toriyama, it looks just like him. But it's like, yeah, there's no way.
This one, I will say, still looks great. I think, aside from all the paint mismatch.
I mean, I do really like, I think this is one of the things that really caught my eye, was that the Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3 hair is like a metallic gold paint rather than like, a pale blonde or a yellow.
Yeah,
very striking.
Instead of a matte finish, it's like a metallic kind of finish, and it just makes it more special.
They ended up re-releasing a lot of Super Battle Collection figures over the year, and some, if not all, of the Super Saiyan figures got repaint gold hair variants.
Oh, okay, wow. Which one's more rare, the matte finish or the gold metallic?
I mean, the matte finish is what came over to the US, although I think there were a few gold-haired ones that came over here. This just depends. I think the yellow ones were older.
Yeah. I love the box art. It's like so flashy and so 90s and
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Cool like drawings of Goku on the front of it. I didn't really seek. I don't think I was collecting figures. Oh yeah, definitely wasn't collecting figures when these were coming out. So luckily I didn't. I don't think I really started. I was able to buy some from someone on the Kanzenshi forums. You might know him, Tanuki Joe. I think I met up at Otakon one year, and he like I told him I wanted to buy those figures, and so he brought them with him. It's just a big bag, a big brown like grocery bag full of these figures that I still have at my mom's house.
Now,
somewhere.
Did that grocery bag, was it also full of napkins to keep them all nice and
No,
safe?
because Joe was the napkin because he brought it himself. Because he came from New York to DC to go to Otakon. We went to Otakon together, or some convention in DC. But yeah, when I first met him in person.
So yeah, that one was mine too. Ken, you have a genius brain, and
you as well. So.
Geniuses think alike. All right.
Thank you.
Rubbing your guys' egos together. Let's go to my figure.
Let's do it, Doug. Let's hear yours.
Well, you read it for me. You have the layout, right? I'll show them while you.
I do. I'm looking at it now. It says, Doug, scroll down or not. Do whatever you want.
It is.
Doug, did you not
samurai?
Oh, okay.
The Samurai Gokus. There's no picture because I have the actual figure in hand, Ken. Thank you for asking.
Oh, there you go.
These bad boys. I love these. These are like, these came out. I did research on them after I got them, because at first I got them because I thought they looked cool, but they have more meaning in them, where like, these were released for like Children's Day in Japan, which is like May 5th, I believe. And it's based off like the legend of Kintaro. Have you guys ever heard this legend of Kintaro?
I have now.
Yeah, well, he's just like Goku. He's like a kid that was like born with like this huge amount of strength. He fought demons, and he just grew up to be like very respectable and like a strong young man. And so they would dress up. They would celebrate. Japanese people would celebrate with like figures of these like samurai outfits around their house to symbolize their son, hoping their son would grow up to be like like Kintaro, like strong and youthful and young and all that kind of bullshit. But yeah. Not bullshit, you know what I mean. It's so cool, and it's just for Goku to have one. There's like a version that has the Shenron head, and then the B version that has a Dragon Ball on the head, and they have different faces. One has a smiley face, and one has like a more like serious, like "Hey, what's up" kind of face. But yeah, I love them.
Yeah, I love those faces.
They're cool. They're so great. Best part is that if you take off the helmet, they look like K-pop stars. Nope, I broke them, so they're dead now. Now it looks like Darth Vader.
Oh, jeez. I remember you had a TikTok on that, like just showing it off.
Oh, yeah. I actually have a YouTube video of me unboxing them, which is super cringe, so I don't recommend anyone go watch that.
I think it was one of your first, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was your first short here on YouTube.
One of my first like figure unboxings.
Okay, that's what it was.
But yeah, that's one of my favorites.
Very cool. Ken, why don't you take us with your next one?
All right, so let's jump forward. We're jumping forward, and we're jumping across the Pacific Ocean to when Irwin Toys began issuing their own Dragon Ball Z figures. So, of course, you guys, I'm talking about Majin Vegeta, but I'm not talking about any Majin Vegeta. I'm talking about the Irwin misprint black-haired Majin Vegeta from 2002. And I got him. You know I own this boy.
No way.
Yeah.
Dude, that is iconic.
So
sick.
He's smirking. So if you're listening to this on just the audio version, imagine Majin Vegeta smiling, not looking menacing at all. He's got the Majin symbol on his forehead and black hair.
Oh my god,
wow.
That black M with the black hair looks so disturbing now.
And
like we're not expecting it.
What's particularly crazy is that this is how he was marketed. This is how he was on the back of the box. So if you guys scroll down in the document I sent you, you can see they were just advertising black-haired Majin Vegeta like it was normal.
This is before Majin Vegeta came out in the US or what?
This would have been
2002 would have been
after or about when that was happening.
After? I mean, like maybe whoever the toy company was, Irwin or whatever, maybe they're If Labs, whatever. They're just like, oh, every character has a blonde hair version and a black hair version. Just spit out the black version or whatever. There's got to be one.
They did end up putting out the proper yellow-haired one, which still had
you also
black-haired
have.
Majin Vegeta on the back.
Yeah.
And I tried to do some research on this. I used to be a frequent poster on the Dragon Ball Toys forums, DragonBallToys.com, previously known as Dragon Ball Toy Island. This is like way back. If you've been into Dragon Ball anytime in like the past 10 years is when you got into it, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. This website is not around any longer. The forums are not up any longer.
Wow.
And this is where people were talking about this kind of stuff. So there's like no documentation on what happened with this black-haired Majin Vegeta anymore.
It's all lost to time.
All those, the forums are gone. So
Dang.
it's sad. But yeah,
This is a
so the
relic
black-haired one came out. It was a misprint, miscolor. And they ended up also putting out the Majin Vegeta with the yellow hair, who's also still just smiling in a non-threatening way.
Weird.
Like a genuine smile. I just happy to be here.
But I love this because it was like what started my obsession with like paint errors and getting
I
into
can see
stuff
that.
like that. So, the last one we did, the Goku figure, got me obsessed with, swapping parts out. This one got me obsessed with like the errors and stuff.
The errors, yeah. I remember like, the amiibo days when like they would have like Samus with the wrong leg or two left legs, stuff like that. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Like, but I'm glad I didn't know about. I did buy these kind of figures with these like whatever this line is.
Yeah.
I bought like a Android 16 and a Gohan one maybe. I forget. It's been so long, but they're toys that I don't care about anymore. So I threw them like in my junk of toys. But I have some.
Before I collected figure arts, this is mostly what I had. The Irwin and
Damn.
Jax era of
Because they came
figures.
with like little like medallions and like a card. It looks like that's pretty cool
Yeah, what card is in there? Or is it just random?
from the TCG. Oh yeah, it's probably just a random one. I think.
These came with medallions. I think the cards were later, maybe in like the end of the Jax line.
Well, this misprint photo you have here has a card in there. So
does? Oh yeah, it does.
In
How
the
about
image
that?
I'm seeing.
I don't know. All of those like Dragon Ball Z TCG cards that came out at the time, or was it CCG? I don't know. Who cares? It's the same
Exclusive
thing.
collectible game card
Okay,
included.
so CCG. All of those are in a box somewhere all together, so I have no idea what specific card would have come with this one.
Fair.
But I do have like a million of these little Dragon Balls. That
I was
all
gonna
of
say
these
they
came
give you
with.
three. They give you three in one packaging.
Just
That's a
wild.
steal.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Wow.
Randy, what's your next one?
So mine is, from what I've learned from other people, specifically Doug, is pretty controversial. Just in terms of styling, mine is the Super Master Stars diorama Manga Dimensions Super Saiyan Goku, specifically the one that came with Dragon Ball Fighters. You can't see it in my camera right now, but it is just outside of frame. Apparently, people don't like Manga Dimensions. I don't get it. I love them.
I think
it looks
the
great.
majority. I'm in the minority of not liking them. I think the majority of people do like them, and I think y'all are crazy. Like, don't talk to me in real life if you like Manga Dimensions. But for some reason, this one, the picture you have, it looks really good. Like I think I don't like Manga Dimensions because it always looks half-assed. But this one goes all in on it and like really makes it feel like it's like cell shaded or whatever. But a lot of the other ones I've seen, they look just kind of half-assed. So
yeah.
For people who can't see this figure or are not familiar with it, this is Goku on Namek when he's yelling, "It's over, Frieza!" or whatever. I don't know what it was. So he's got the blue undershirt still. It hasn't ripped off. This is not Kuririn no
Right.
Kotoka. This is before that.
Right.
And he's powering up, and he's all cell shaded because it's the manga dimension style.
Dimensions version. Now they do
Which
have
I
a
hate.
regular version. You hate it too. Okay, yeah. I like this one in particular. This one from the picture looks good, but I mean that's probably just the promo image. Does yours look like that, Randy?
It is from the promo image. I think mine looks great. Like, I don't know. I can go grab it one second.
Yeah, maybe you should.
My problem with these is that they like demand their own lighting, and so when you put them in source with
Yeah.
other stuff,
And they don't look great from all angles.
Yeah.
Is the problem? They only look good from like one angle sometimes.
Well, you put it on a shelf. You're only seeing it from one.
You're approaching yourself always from the same direction. You can never like walk around it.
yeah, I'm
Yeah,
not
you know,
wild
it's like-
about it.
Okay, well,
But to each their own.
Hey, no, we're not docking you,
Yeah,
Randy. No,
Randy,
I'm just
I would
saying.
never come over and be like,
Don't leave,
"Oh,
Randy. Don't leave. Come back, Randy.
fine. I'm back. I'm
This
okay.
guy's
I'll
got-
get over it.
Manga
I'm just kidding with the
figures?
talking. I'm not gonna mention get out of here. I'm so
leaving.
upset that Box Lunch, when I ordered a regular version, they sent me the Manga Dimensions version, and when I told them about it, they were like, "Well, sorry, the one you wanted is sold out now." Like, no, and now it's worth $300 compared to the $40 I would have paid for it. So it's a bummer, but
That is a bummer.
love you.
Yeah. So I love this, and I'd like to get more Manga Dimensions figures, but I haven't. But this is my one, and I treasure it because I love the way that it looks.
I don't know if they really do Manga Dimension figures anymore. Like, it was mostly like the Grandista line. But I'm sure it'll come back around.
Here's hoping. Doug, why don't you tell us what yours is for your number 4?
What is my next one? My next one is I just bundled them together to 2 figures because they're both kind of like, it's Goku wearing clothes that he doesn't usually wear in the series. It's Goku in like a Roshi shirt. It's like him on an island. Like, the base is like an island. It looks so cool. Like, just him just smiling, being happy-go-lucky with the Roshi type shirt. And then the other one is Goku in like the biker jacket. I think he does wear that in at least a manga title cover, doesn't he?
Chapter page? Yeah, I believe
Yeah,
he does.
yeah. And I just love, I love casual Goku so much. It's so great to have him like that.
The orange shirt one is really good. And orange shirt jeans. That does look great.
This is going to sound weird. But what I really like about this Goku wearing Roshi's shirt is I like his feet. And now hear me out.
Well,
for free?
Okay.
I like his feet because they're so chubby Toriyama style.
You know what? I didn't even notice that, but yeah, you're right. It is very Toriyama style.
It almost looks like One Piece, like Luffy's feet.
Like, his whole body proportion does feel like not Dragon Ball. I don't know, maybe like more manga than anime kind of look.
Yeah, it's like he wandered over into One Piece and he's like, hey guys, how about that Void Century?
Love it. I don't know what the idea was for this, but it was genius. And I know that when these are coming out, they did do like a feature of the actual sculpture, the sculptor, and like did like a little interview kind of deal, but I can't find it anymore. But
yeah, they did stuff like that for a few of the contests that they've had over the years.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, the stuff's cool.
Yeah.
I like those contest figures.
So I normally would pass this off to Ken, but my number 4, Doug.
Yes.
If you want to scroll down on my list.
Oh, hey, we have it.
It's the Figure Coliseum S Culture's Zoukei Tenkaichi Budokai 3 Son Goku in the biker jacket.
Doesn't it look so great?
It does. He's in my living room, and he just looks so cool.
In my unboxing video that I had on YouTube like years ago when I first got it, I could not figure out for the life of me where that hat goes. He holds the hat like behind him, but I didn't put it together. I don't know if I didn't look at the box or whatever, but I just couldn't figure out. I'm like, where the hell does this hat go? But you just stick the little cap in his hand right there, and it stays nice and tight. I don't like that the base is just all white. Like, why didn't they color it a little bit? That's the one thing. But
yeah, I wish it was painted as well.
But including the backpack and the Noibo in there are so good. It's so good.
It's a nice figure.
It is nice.
Speaking of nice figures. Let's keep this going with my number 3, which is, again, another Goku figure from a line known as the Ultimate Figure Series.
Whoa,
now, with this being
dare you?
The predecessor to the SH Figuarts, you would think that the Ultimate Figure line would be the final line, right?
Right.
But no, this is not. This was the kind of the iconic de facto line that came before Figuarts, the final one before then.
Man.
And what was great about these was that these were offering a range of articulation that we hadn't seen in figures yet. Of course,
Like
this is
what?
all before Figuarts.
Yeah.
So you've got a leg that can go all the way up, the knee can bend like that. There's an ankle joint right there, so it can kind of pivot. And this was also like a halfway point between Super Battle Collection and Figuarts because you can still remove the shirt.
Whoa.
You know? And then this gives Goku like crazy articulation here in his arms that can go all the way up like that.
Wow.
And
I did not know that about these figures.
Came with different swappable hands as well, so I've got a couple different ones on there. What was originally going to be on this, but I didn't want my list to be like all Vegeta, so I also have the Vegeta from when he arrives on Namek.
Look at those shoulder pads.
Yeah.
God dang.
And so same kind of thing where you can pop his armor off and then he's just in his jumpsuit and his arms can go up like that. And I just really, really loved this line at the time. This was like, I couldn't believe it, you know, and this was stuff you could find at Walmart too.
Yeah.
You know, they brought this line over.
I still see this at Walmart.
Yeah. Well, no, you're thinking of a different line. I know what you're thinking of. They look
similar.
Yeah, it's kind of similar, like 5-inch scale.
Yeah.
But yeah, before Figuarts, this kind of paved the way for thinking about Dragon Ball figures having actual good articulation.
Yeah.
for a series where characters take a variety of different poses. You might want that. So, yeah, Ultimate Figure series, check it out. Go back to 2003, get yourself a Goku figure.
At first, I wasn't sold on it. My first impression was like, this looks ugly as hell, but I don't know, man. You're right. I'm so used to SH Figure Arts and everything they can do that the thought of not having posable body joints is like just so foreign to me. But yeah, this is for the time. It's pretty cool.
Set the toys on a different path.
I don't like the little dots on his like thighs. What are those? Are those just where the joints are?
Yeah, it's just for the joint. And you can actually see all the way through it. There's no way I can show this on camera, but you can in fact see all the way through those holes.
Makes you kind of appreciate. Oh, and there's also on the back of his that's where the clothes clip on, I assume.
No. The clothes just clip on the outside. I'm not sure why there's a hole there.
Dang.
But yeah,
like, that makes me appreciate SH Figure Arts a little more, and that they found a way to not have that.
Yeah, and you can also see there's some flaws, like in the way that his elbows or his shoulders have to move like that. His armpits like stick way out. So it's
right.
There's some weird stuff to it, but for what these were at the time, incredible.
It's a rare instance of black-haired shirtless Goku.
Yeah,
we only get it like once in the end of the Frieza arc.
Yeah. It's true.
It's great
Doug,
stuff.
What do you got for your next one?
My next one, I love this figure. I love the whole set of these figures. It's Goku in Luffy's outfit. Now, mind you, I didn't care about One Piece at that time, nor do I care about it now. Sorry, liberals. But it's such the outfit, you can't deny how iconic it is and how badass Goku looks in this. Like, he's just wearing, like, it's like almost shirtless, but he has Luffy's, whatever his vest on or whatever. It's open. And for some reason, they made Goku look so, I don't know, manly. Or I don't know. He just looks cool. You know what I mean?
He does.
It works.
Oh my god,
it's a good combo.
Because
so good.
They also had the whole crossover because then they had Luffy in Goku's, turtle gi.
Yeah, and they also had Bulma in Luffy's gi, and then Nami in Goku's gi. So it's cool. I think I had the Goku and the Bulma, but I didn't get the One Piece. Like I said, didn't care about One Piece, but I still regret I should have got them just because they were the Dragon Ball crossover. Right. But yeah, the figures I'm not showing are at my mom's house. They're not lost. They're just not with me right now.
Doug has to cover his ass, be like, I do own these because I am psychotic.
Yeah,
but
I can't show them to you. Don't use the picture of the link I gave you because that's like a prototype that looks awful. There's if you Google this one, it looks incredible compared to the myfigurecollection.com.
I'll figure it. Don't worry.
I'll send you some stuff. I got pictures loaded up.
Okay.
So I want to interrupt for a little bit because originally, Ken, you and I, we shared the same one. And then Doug, you and I shared the same one with the backpack and everything. And I was just thinking, well, Ken, sorry, while you were talking about your most recent one, I'm like, I'm going to go add a different one just so I could have something to mixed up. I'm like, what was the other one I was looking at today? Oh, yeah, it was Goku and Luffy's outfit. So I added it to my doc for the next one I was going to talk about. And then I scrolled down on Doug's when he's talking. I'm like, God damn it, we're the same person. There are hundreds of figures of Goku.
There are
How
hundreds.
do I pick the same ones?
These are the best ones, man. I'm telling you. That's why.
I guess we just have similar taste, but I'm upset because I was like, "This
less variety.
You'll never choose this one."
This can be a short podcast. We all have the same vibe.
It's true. It's true. So
besides
then
Ken's obscure 1991 figures.
So I only have two. Right, we're down to two of them left to go for each of us.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right. And is it my turn now? Because Doug did his. Okay, good. So my next one, if you guys want to check it out, is the Son Goku FES Stage 10 Super Saiyan 3 Goku figure. And I don't think we see a lot of young GT Goku as Super Saiyan 3 in a figure.
Yeah.
And
though there was a Super Battle Collection figure of it.
Oh, was it really?
Well,
because they were going hard on GT at the time, right? So yeah, I'm sure it looks just like this figure.
Now, what's funny is I was looking for specifically Super Saiyan 3 Goku figures on the My Figure Collection. Is that right? MyFigureCollection.net. Yeah, so I was looking for specifically Super Saiyan 3 Goku ones, and I was like, oh man, this one looks really sick. And then I was trying to look for something else. I was trying to look for a specific Trunks figure, and it wasn't there on the website. So I did a search in my Google Photos for action figure, because I'm like, it's got to show up from that. Scrolling through, and then I found a picture at my local Target that I had taken of a Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta right next to this Super Saiyan 3 Goku
What?
figure
Should
that
I
I was
scroll
like,
down?
oh,
Is it
this is
there?
cool. Well, this was 7 years ago, so I don't think it's still there. But I was like, oh, I've seen this one in person before, and I
That's
didn't
awesome.
get it. Dang it. So
What pose was he doing?
it's this exact same one. Do you not have my doc up where he's like,
I actually
Yes.
should I scroll down and you were like,
oh yeah, no,
So,
as soon as I say it, yeah. So
Let's-
he's just like, bent
describe this
forward
for
and
people.
screaming.
Yeah.
That's true. Super Saiyan 3 hair. And it looks so good,
Yeah.
I don't yeah, man. It's good.
It's still
So-
available, I believe. You can get it for like $26 retail.
Well, I might have to do that. So
I
to add it-
might have just sold out before this podcast started, but
Oh, of course it
Yeah,
did.
yeah,
right
yeah,
before.
They knew.
I nabbed the Goku just regular GT Super Saiyan version, like that's around the same area as this, same time frame as this.
Well, Doug, if you want to add it to a box that you're ordering, I would be happy to pay you to make it
No
happen.
problem. Yeah, I'll see what I can do.
So that's mine. Ken, why don't you hit us with your next one?
Yeah, so my number 2 here is the Unifive Ultimate Evolution Saiyan figure Vegeta from 2004.
The hell is this?
This is probably my
Oh.
deepest cut on here.
Whoa! Look at the Uzaru.
Exactly. So this was from a line that came with a ton of
It has
accessories.
everything. What
And
the hell?
so
So many accessories.
you can turn this Vegeta figure into regular Vegeta, Super Saiyan Vegeta, Majin Vegeta, but the coolest part about it is that he comes with an Ozaru Vegeta head and like upper chest and armor
chest, yeah,
that you can put it on him and turn him into like this human proportioned
Oh, that's gross. But
Yeah.
Ozaru
awesome.
Vegeta. But at the time, Doug, it was awesome to be
Oh, I
able to
want
have
SH
something like
Figure Arts to
this.
make
Yeah.
that now. The exact same thing. I
Now,
want them to make
and
that.
it comes with like a tiny little Goku sitting on like on a
Yeah.
platform.
to make
Now-
Uzaru look huge in
I-
comparison, right?
I do not have the Vegeta from this line, which I always wanted, but I do have the Goku. And
Hey.
the Goku similarly came with Super Saiyan 3 head, regular head, Super Saiyan head. You could put a little halo on him. He came with wings that could go on his back, I think. And then like a little platform for him to be kind of like launching off of. And there's like electricity that would go on it and everything. But what I really wanted was the Vegeta. But me in 2004
Yeah.
going to a website called imageanime.com, which still exists and still looks
Ooh.
like it's from 2004. I looked at it right before we recorded today. This was the first thing I ever ordered online. And I ordered it with a check.
Wow.
So it took like 3 months to come in.
Yeah.
The Goku or the
Wow.
Vegeta?
The Goku. I don't have the Vegeta.
Yeah.
I always wanted it, but
I-
they were sold out. So I was like, well, I got to get the Goku.
I was waiting for this sad story where you ordered this Vegeta, but the check got lost in the mail, and so you never got it. They canceled
So-
your pre-order.
Here's the part,
Whoa.
Doug, where you're about to drop $200
I am about to go on Buy right now. Look
because
up-
there is a Gohan in this line, an
Uh-huh.
adult Gohan, who comes
Oh.
with a future Gohan head
no
Whoa.
way.
put on him.
With like the different hairstyle and the
Yep.
scar and everything.
Yeah. So enjoy that. Enjoy hunting that one down.
I might have to collect this entire
And-
set. I didn't know this existed.
And he
dude.
comes with Elder Kaioshin doing the ritual.
No way.
Yeah, he does.
Wow.
And there is so if you get this Vegeta figure, Doug, I'm so sorry. There's a
Sorry, Mom.
Trunks
There
figure.
goes your birthday money.
There's a Trunks figure that you can get, which on the surface just looks like it's regular. You
Will
know,
you stop
Trunks showed up
trying
to
to-
fight Frieza. Comes with Frieza being sliced in half,
Of course it does.
and it comes with a like long-haired head, which I think you can put on the Vegeta body.
I love long-haired Trunks.
So it's another accessory for the Vegeta because it's the Cell Bulma armor.
Oh yeah.
I
So,
love. Yeah. There's
anyways,
there's
that's
a
sick.
Toei sticker of authenticity on there. It looks clean.
Yeah.
It's a simple packaging. Nothing like the Battle Collection, whatever that one was called. Like this is just like slick and boom. There, it's
Yeah.
elite.
Yeah, you've probably never heard of this line before.
No.
There's only 4 figures in it: Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, and Trunks.
Oh, so I can finish the
Wow.
set if I get all
You
4.
can finish
Gotcha.
the set. Yeah,
Dude, I'm so glad I didn't
$800
collect.
later.
I'm so glad I was so late to the figure collecting scene because I'm diligent and I'm just buying SH Figure Arts now and Ichiban Kuji's figures. Like that's for the most part
Yeah.
it. But yeah, man, there's so much more.
Yeah.
Doug, why don't you give us your next one?
My next one is the Golden Uzaru. Speaking of Ichiban Kuji's, the Golden Uzaru and the Vegeta Ozaru figures.
I don't even need to click this. I know what this one is.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, another surprise. We're going digital, boys. I'm going to show you. I'm going to give you a little video that you can use the input in here. Starting now.
Thanks.
Look at those bad boys. Yeah, check it out. For the visual, they can see the video I'm going to send you. I'm going to give you extra work. I'm sorry, but these look so badass. Look at that. I know you guys can't see it, but I can see it.
I've seen your TikTok about the Golden Ozaru one.
Yeah,
I've never seen this standard Ozaru
listeners,
Vegeta one.
Just imagine Golden Ozaru and regular Ozaru, and they're doing the arms. They have to imagine they're yelling. Yeah. But these are like really beefy figures.
Huge. They're 16 inches.
Yeah.
It's like half the size of my. So these figures, like, I got it super cheap too at the time because Golden Ozaru, I got them on Tokyo Otaku Mode, the site I use a lot in America. I had like a lot of points with them, so I used the majority of my points and got the Golden Ozaru. I just paid $25 shipping on him. It was only $80 to go for, and then used the points, got it down to $0, $25 shipping, done deal. The Vegeta Ozaru, I had to spend a little more on him because it was years after he'd already released, but I still got a good deal, I think, from what the average price was going for then at the time.
Damn.
And I was scared it was gonna be a bootleg, but once I got him in hand, he looks incredible, and I love him so much.
Wow.
Yep.
Man, that's good stuff.
So does this take us to our number one?
Well, we aren't ranking these, but this comes to our last one.
Ones, yeah.
Our final ones. Yeah. So I had messed up the order before because I think it should be Ken, because it goes Ken and then me and then Doug.
Sure.
Well, I'll go.
You go for it, Ken.
So I would be remiss to ignore the SH Figuarts line. Now, I have a lot of SH Figuarts, and it was a real Sophie's choice to pick which one that I was going to represent here as my favorite.
How do you?
And I whittled it down to 2. So the honorable mention here is King Piccolo Daimao.
Ooh, I just bought him. He's coming in the mail.
He's a great figure, great character. I love how giant he is. But there is another character who I think represents a little bit more, and who is also giant.
Oh, yeah?
And so my representative SH Figuarts figure here is Final Form Koola.
Yes!
Of course.
I think this guy is just a masterpiece sculpt. He's huge.
Damn.
He's incredibly, he's hefty. He's got some weight to him.
He's hefty
when you hold him. Yeah.
And he's to scale and everything to basically other figure arts.
He's to scale. Yeah. He comes with multiple faces. Well, he comes with a faceplate on and then faceplate off when he's smiling. I actually can't get his head off without feeling like it's going to break, so I have never put his regular face on. I've just left it alone.
Yeah, there's no point anymore. Yeah,
not worth it.
Not at all.
So, he's just an incredible figure. Now, unfortunately, he was Premium Bandai.
Yeah.
And Premium Bandai, I say unfortunately with that, is that if you try to get these Premium Bandai figures aftermarket, Doug can attest to this, you won't be able to afford toilet paper anymore. That's just how it goes.
I am the king of getting good deals, and so I snagged a used copy of him for $80. It's on the way from Japan, from the Nihongo right now.
Yeah. Well, from the language?
I finally acquired him. Nihonjin? I don't know. I'm sorry.
That would be
that'd
from
be
the
a
people.
Japanese person.
Just Nihon.
That's accurate.
So he's a great figure. But Premium Bandai, I think, also represents the best of what this line can be, in that they can produce lesser known characters, such as Kiwi, who we're getting coming up here soon. That can only happen because of stuff like Premium Bandai. So it's a real double-edged sword. But anyways, Koola is my representative favorite Figuarts. I think he's great. I love him.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I that was like one of my Grail figures. I'm like, I need this cooler, and there's no way I'm ever gonna get him because everywhere he's being sold for like $150 minimum. Yeah. So I was like, I'm gonna have to either wait until I find a good deal or never get him. And I got lucky one night, found him scouring the internet. And I chose the slowest shipping method possible to get him here, just because it was the cheapest. just to make sure I spent as little as possible as I could on this guy. And so maybe another month I'll get him. Actually, probably this month I'll get him. So
nice.
I'll post pics on the gram.
Awesome.
Randy, what's your final figure?
Okay.
Your FF.
I'm ready.
This one is special.
Your FF7.
My last one here, and I don't know the exact name of the line, but here's what I'm going to describe it as. The Bandai Son Gohan Super Saiyan figure from the Dragon Ball Z 3-movie VHS box set, and it was a pack-in. Why this figure, I do not know.
This is Brandy's favorite.
But when I bought the VHS box set of the first 3 Dragon Ball Z movies, it came with a tiny, very small, like 1.5 inch tall Super Saiyan 1 Buu Arc Gohan.
Yeah.
Don't know why.
Is this your picture? Is that your hand in the background?
That is my picture, yeah.
Now, we're so zoomed in, we can see the molecules of your hand, your DNA, basically. That's how small this figure is.
If you're listening, let me paint you a word picture here. Okay.
Do it.
You're going to paint it better than this picture? This figure's painted.
Early Buu Arc Gohan, so blue gi. Although the Kakarot games will tell you it's purple. It's a blue gi.
Training with Goten, right?
Training with Goten. Yes. They have not colored in his wristbands. They have not colored in his wristband.
They're there, but they are skin tone and just strip tone.
Yeah. Other than that, it's an okay looking thing. You might want to do a custom paint job on this.
If you paint that, Randy, that might come out really well, really good. You might need like the tiniest brush in the world.
Make sure you thin your paints. Find someone who plays Warhammer and have them do it for you.
Yeah,
that would probably be your way to go here.
I could get them to
steady hands.
I could get them to paint it manga dimension style, guys.
Whoa, we were having.
How dare you say that to me? To my face, Randy.
It's like I slapped your mother's. Like
on Christmas, Randy. On Christmas.
But it's funny because figures like this existed from Bandai and AB before. But mostly they were colored in correctly.
Yeah.
Not always.
This was like one of the ones, like I bought like a pinball game from Radio Shack many eons ago, and like this one of those figures that go on top of them and looks just like this.
Yeah.
Wow. It's just so weird as a pack-in for Z movies 1, 2, and 3 to be like, here's Buu Arc Gohan. Like I had this figure, I'm like, who is this? Like we were years away.
Oh yeah.
And I was so confused that it's so tiny. And like eventually I played like GT Final Bout and I'm like, is this Vegito? Who is? Can anybody tell me?
Do you remember
confusing
as a child going to Cece's Pizza and they have those UFO catchers, but the ones that like catch candy and tiny figurines in there.
Tiny
this looks like something you would get out of one of those.
Right. Yeah.
Some bootleg half-colored G.I. Joe figure.
Right. Yeah. Just so strange. Somebody at Funimation,
about like this size.
Please tell me.
I pulled out a Yamcha.
For sure.
They're smaller than this Yamcha.
Yeah. He's holding up an Adverge Yamcha for those.
Look how good quality that paint is. His wristbands are painted in his
Whoa, yeah.
Well, Japan knows what wristbands look like, apparently.
This was a Bandai figure. This wasn't produced by Funimation. It came in a box and it even had like the Bandai logo on it. I tried to look for it in my figure collection to see if like, is there one? And I think I found it, but I don't think I have the link for it at all. But, and it didn't give a lot of information, but somebody had a photo of it. There is a picture and, yeah, I'll take a look for it again, but it's just like, okay, this exists. So yeah, it's a special figure, special for me. And Doug,
I'm glad it has meaning for you though. That's like one of the things that make a figure too. Like I don't think I picked many figures that had super meaning to me, except for my number one has a lot of meaning to me because it was able to afford me a new computer when I sold one copy of them.
Oh, I think I know what this is.
Baby. You already know.
He's bringing out the second camera again. Oh, okay.
San Diego Comic-Con, 2011 exclusive, Super Saiyan Goku, SH Figure Arts. This thing is, I don't understand why people pay $1,000 for this figure. It doesn't look that great. I guess it looked good at the time, but even nowadays people are still clamoring for this thing. I went to Otakon, found this guy, bought two of them for $30 each. Because I was a friend of mine lived in Canada. I was having a hard time finding them, so I just bought it. Was going to sell it to him for the price and just shipping. Shipping was too much, so he decided to back off of it. So I'm like, okay, I'll just keep both. 9 years later, boom, the holy grail of all figures. I even bought this nice little case for it from Acrylic Nerd on Facebook. I customized 2011 Comic-Con Goku.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Thing on the side. So yeah,
that's very cool.
Yeah, now I have him because he was at my mom's house for the longest time. He was sitting next to my super manga that I just skipped over, and then brought this instead. And now he's safe with me again.
So for those unfamiliar, this really does go for $1,500 on eBay.
Why?
I have no idea, dude.
I bought mine for $75 back at Akon one year, a long time ago. I opened mine up, so mine is worth like maybe $300.
No, I sold my used one. No, maybe it was new, but no, this is even used ones go for a crazy amount of prices, dude.
Well, I'll make sure to break mine so that it's not worth anything.
Just do it, yeah. Just do it on TikTok so you get views for it. This one's open too, by the way. Like I opened mine back then too.
Yeah, it's weird. It's the first exclusive I think that they had in the line.
Yeah, and
so
I just
that might
bought
be
it
why.
because I just wanted a Goku SH Figure Arts. They released like 4 initial one, right? The Piccolo, Gohan, and Vegeta. Oh, and Trunks.
Yeah,
But there was no
Trunks was
Goku
later.
until this one. No, I got him somehow. So
Trunks was not one of the very first ones.
the
that came
initial.
out, but, yeah.
Oh, okay. Then I must have got
He
him.
was early on, but he wasn't one of the very, very first ones. The first one was actually Piccolo, which is great.
Yeah.
And then it was
amazing.
The first 4 were Piccolo, Goku,
Gohan.
Gohan and Vegeta.
Yeah.
And Trunks was soon after that, but he wasn't the very earliest ones.
Like it must have just been for me like online looking at the list of like, and I just had the choice between the regular Goku and the exclusive Comic-Con exclusive. I didn't know the difference. I'm like, yeah, I'll just pick this one, and I just picked the right one in my head to like go buy.
Do you have the 2012 SDCC exclusive Gohan?
No, because I don't, and I kind of do want him. But at the time, that's when I stopped right then, cold turkey. The first 5 SH Figure Arts, I bought them, and I was like, this is too expensive to keep going as a hobby. I'm going to stop.
Yeah, they are, Doug. They are.
God dang it. Now that I have some disposable income, I'm back in it again, and they're so expensive. And I hate so much that I showed you guys that tweet, right? That I saw the Great Saiyaman and Mr. Satan available. They were on sale for $40 each. And I was like, that's too expensive. I'm never going to get out of here. And then now I'm like, I'm settling for $100 on each.
Long-time
just to get one.
Longtime listeners of We Got a Podcast may remember early episodes of the show in which Doug constantly didn't have any money.
Yeah.
How far he's come.
It was a problem. Dude, I am very fortunate right now, and I'm so happy. You guys want to see a real Super Saiyan? Turn the camera.
What's happening?
Ta-da.
Okay.
Everything else. Oh my goodness.
That's just what I bought this month. So it's a little crazy. So yeah, I have a problem, and I don't want.
Why
a
did
solution.
we do this?
I'm almost on my collect. I'm almost done. The collection, the checklist is almost done.
I'd love to see this checklist.
Please believe
you're telling the truth. I will not.
I can get it for you. Yeah.
I can stop at any time. I just don't wanna. That's what I thought you were going to say.
No.
So, Doug, I see that you have another page here in your list of figures.
That's not intentional.
Well, it says honorable mentions.
Oh.
You have like 10 more figures.
I had to narrow this list down from 21. I had 21 initial figures, and I just had to narrow it down.
All right.
To
so
5.
let's go through these.
I'll go through it quickly. I'll go through it quickly, okay?
Quickly.
Shenron Piggy Bank. It's Piggy Bank. It's Shenron. You stick quarters in his mouth. He looks so cool. You had it, Randy?
I have it, yeah. I don't have it anymore, but
it's very fragile. Like the whiskers were actually like detachable, so one of them broke off of mine, but I can still kind of tape it on there. It's still cool and all, but great figure. It has like it looks like he's coming out of a white cloud. So if you put him on a white table or whatever, it kind of looks like he's coming. It's so cool. Next
very
one,
neat.
But there's a Bunny Bulma prize figure that she changes color in temperature, whatever temperature she's in. Like if you put her in hot water, her black bunny suit turns red. I don't know why. Was it red in the manga or something like that, or why they color? Whatever. I don't care. It's cool. I was gonna like put it in when I was first building my PC. I was gonna put it in my PC case so that if I could tell when the PC was getting hot, she would turn red or whatever.
Sick,
right? But it's a little too big. It wouldn't fit in there, and I didn't want to like trap it in there.
Bigger case. Buy a bigger case.
I might have to. I still have the Bulma somewhere in that pile of shit back there.
That's the thing people do is they put figures in their cases now.
They do. They put their ugly ass Funko Pops in there, the mini ones, and they're so happy, and I'm so happy for them. But yeah,
I saw somebody put like Goku calling forth the Genki Dama, holding up like their graphics card, and it was the best thing I'd ever
You're jumping the gun on me because that is another one of my honorable mentions. Is that Genki Goku Dama one? I use it for Christmas. I have him as a holding my star on top of the Christmas tree, and it looks perfect. Other one is I think it's a Figure Art Zero figure. I'm not 100% sure, but it's just Goku doing the standard like Super Saiyan like powering up yell, but it's like a sizable it's a sizable figure. They first released a version where his hair was matte colored, and then a version of the transparent version. I wish I had the matte version, but at the time, the only one available was the transparent one. Still looks kind of cool, but the one that's more sought after and more valuable is the matte color finish. I still want that figure somewhere, sometime in my day. Greatest Saiyan, Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I have him back there. Maybe I'll pull him out in a second, but all the Super Saiyan 4 figures are freaking incredible, and they don't.
Oh, there he goes.
That their Dragon Balls are in the way. I would have to I would definitely break a Dragon Ball to get it, but the Figure Art Zero Super Saiyan Goku Dragon Fist, I have that up here too. It looks freaking dope.
It was a mistake to do this.
They released a Comic-Con version that I might get just because Comic-Con is, or not Comic-Con, whatever. They released another version with hair is translucent, and as a mistake I learned that I just mentioned before with the other Goku, the matte finish color is better. What else do I have?
I like how pale his hair is there, but
yeah. Well, it's in the light. It looks a little different, but
okay.
It's a really cool figure. There's also the Trunks one that looks really... All these versions are really cool, like little pieces. There's the SH Figure Arts Porunga that Ken just got. He finally got a good deal on it. I paid full price. No, I didn't pay full price. That same site... right there. That same site I told you that I got points on. Used my points, only paid $70 for him. It's amazing. I got my first viral TikTok views because of that Porunga, like that video that I'm like walking up with it. And my fake wife is like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, blah, blah, blah. And then my latest acquisition is the Super Saiyan Goku... not Super Saiyan. This Goku Black Rose figure, SH Figure Arts. I love it. The matte colored finish of the pink hair, it just looks so cool as a figure.
So this is the original release, not the new one that you can find at Target, where he's got
for
like
$35
metallic hair. And it does not come with the base Goku Black head. Now this one
does.
There's a story behind this one. Amazon oversold pre-orders.
Whoa,
and had to cancel a whole bunch of people's orders. Mine never got canceled, thankfully. I would have probably... We don't want to talk about it.
No, I had to live it.
Yeah. So, yeah, they canceled a lot of pre-orders for people in that.
This figure's super expensive now. I found them for $115 from a guy on Facebook Marketplace.
And that's low for that figure.
Yeah, that's low. Wow. $115 is low. So
that is probably the rarest widely released Dragon Ball figure arts.
Not premium Bandai, just widely. Yeah. It really. I don't know why. Well, I kind of know why. I would seek this one out more than the Comic-Con exclusive Goku that is everyone's grail. But everyone always says, why don't you just get the Demonical Fit or the I don't want to do like third party figures besides the Super Saiyan 5 Scizor or who is the actual
Tablos AF.
Tablos AF. Yeah, the Super Saiyan 5 figure. I'm trying to stay away from third party type stuff.
That guy's got to be mad.
The
Tablos.
Actual artist?
Yeah.
Oh, Tablos.
Yeah. Toyotaro stole it, and now is working on Dragon Ball. Gigi stole it. This figure came out. Yeah, he's probably not too happy.
Yeah, that's very true. Or happy as a clam, like that his work got turned into all this.
No, dollar bill, y'all.
Dollar bill,
right.
Yeah. But yeah, those are my... I need a cigarette.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right, well, Doug's going to have a cigarette. We're going to take a break, and then we're going to come back with what you guys had to say and some more stuff, so stick around. Hey, we're back, and we've got some more good stuff here for you. Before we jump into our usual thing of reading what you had to say about some figures, I do just want to bring up that on Spotify, we do have Q&A and polls with every episode. So you should jump in, check those out. Specifically, the last episode we had where we talked about the ending of Dragon Ball GT, our poll was, who won that future Tenkaichi Budokai? Was it Son Goku Jr. or Vegeta Jr.? And overwhelmingly, you guys all said that it was Son Goku who beat out Vegeta. So, yeah.
That kid's a wimp, dude.
That kid sucks. Kick him to the curb. And also, his grandma doesn't care. She's like, I don't want to see this kid. I got to go chase this other dude. His
parents are dead. He sucks.
His parents are dead. Therefore,
living with his grandma.
Great grandma, Doug.
Great.
You forgot the lore already.
All those relatives are dead. The only one alive is the great grandmother.
And we had put out a question. What do you think the deal was with Goku? Was he dead? Is he a god? And I have to highlight this one from Saban, who says, IDK, but I tried using Diddy Kong in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe because I'm a Diddy fan and his voice lines sound off.
What?
You know what? This is the content I like. That's the kind of reply I like.
Can we put that in the Dragon Ball wiki?
Theories on what happened with Goku. I don't know, but Diddy Kong Jr.'s voice lines are really weird.
Perfect.
Oh, I love it. So,
More questions and answers.
yeah, speaking of questions and answers, Ken put out a wonderful tweet talking about what we were going to, our topic, saying we may be in our post-GT era, but that doesn't mean the podcast is over. This week, we're going to be discussing our favorite toys from Dragon Ball, and we want to know which merch would make it into your Hall of Fame. And Doug, do you want to read what Jacob has to say here?
If I must, Jacob. Jacob says, if I can find the tweet, give me a sec. Jacob
No
Sawyer
problem.
says, I have yet to buy any figures or statues. How dare you, sir? I understand. I have some artwork framed and hung up. That is usually what I go for, but I will admit that with each podcast, I get closer to buying some figures. I'm sorry.
Stop listening.
I reached out
Sorry,
to
do not.
I
Do you
reached
want to
out.
live like this? Jacob, do you want to live like this? I don't think you do. No one should have to live like this. Yes, I'm happy. Yes, I'm broke. Not the point.
I reached out to Jacob privately and said, hey, I'm going to say this on the podcast, but you need to hear it from me now, just in case something changes between recording and when this episode comes out. Don't do it, man.
Don't do it.
I have a toy in a case. What is this? What are we doing?
My problem is we're telling him this now, and he's just listened to an episode where for the last 45 plus minutes,
It's okay. I'm sorry.
we talked about how great figures were, and I'm worried that he's already gone broke buying figures between the ad break and now. So
He's
Jacob,
been buying all while listening.
Yeah.
We're in too
It's like, oh,
deep.
that is a good one. Yeah, sucks. Don't fall into the quicksand.
I'm a completionist, so it's like I just bought the Frieza SH figure arts that they released originally, the fourth form, even though they have a re-release now that's affordable.
Yeah, I've got that one, Doug. Check it out.
Just so I know you do.
Ken, you also have this next tweet from Austin.
Yeah. As a kid, so Austin at Turntex, as a kid, I had a lot of Irwin figures, but I think the two that I liked the most were Broly and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta from Giant Ape. I guess this was an offshoot of IF Labs at the time. IF Labs were doing movie figures, but I believe that they must have rebranded into Giant Ape. But they were big and very articulated for the time. In hindsight, though, the random fireball accessories and their expressions are weird, but nostalgic. So he here has posted a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta with like a matte red hair, and the one I have is like metallic. Here. And I don't remember him coming with any fireballs or anything. But he's a big boy. I mean, he's a big figure next to
they're huge.
next to Kula here. You know, you can kind of see they're pretty big.
Wow.
And
So,
the price comparison is also like at the time when they came out it was like $20 probably, right?
I
They're
have
just
no idea.
toys.
Yeah. Yeah, these are nice. The IF Labs figures were also similarly big. But those sculpts were god awful. If you ever look at IF Labs, they were terrible.
Yeah, horrible. But now that I'm thinking about it, I think I do own some of those figures. I don't know which ones. Definitely not the Broly. Maybe the Gogeta as well. I have to look in my archive real quick and see.
Go down into the cellar.
Call up your mom.
Figure seller.
Check the inventory.
That's right.
Mom, where's the inventory? What's the count?
Tomes of Evil says, I think between Irwin, IF Labs, Jax, and of course Bandai, we've never had bad Dragon Ball figures. They all filled a certain void. And we've got a shot of his table here. We got,
That's
we've got
an awesome shot of figures.
Spopovich, Pui Pui in there. Like, wow. A whole bunch of really cool stuff. God.
Pui Pui, yeah.
A Doltaki, gross. Sorry,
Nah.
Tomes. When I see a Doltaki.
I think that's a Bandai release. Yeah, it's just a little statuette.
Oh, a little tiny baby.
I really do think that there was an era of Jax towards the end where they were just re-releasing and kit bashing everything, and that was a bad era of Dragon Ball figures. But it didn't last very long for obvious reasons. I mean, other people saw they were crappy toys and didn't buy them. But, for the most part, yeah. Since Irwin has taken over, it has been largely pretty positive. Yeah. There were AB toys back in the day. There were some misses.
Yeah. Somehow my mom and dad, they went to visit they went to like Colombia, South America for like vacation one week. And when they came back, they brought me that Pui Pui figure that he has in the picture. And I'm like, how did you know that this was Dragon Ball? How did you?
Yeah,
they brought it for me. Like how? Because they said they found it. I think some kid left it in the taxi cab. That's what they said. Maybe now thinking about it, maybe they lied to me. Maybe they actually just bought it from a store. But they said someone left it in a taxi, and like, yeah, I knew you'd like this. I'm like, there's no way you would know this is Dragon Ball unless someone told you. But
yeah, that was an
now.
Irwin Jax era figure.
Yeah. It's good. It's like good quality. Like it's like simple.
And they also did Yakon. So this was like Irwin and Jax back in the day. And I use them interchangeably because Jax like they got the license after Irwin went bankrupt, but still like reprinted a lot of those figures. So I don't know exactly which line it's from, but they were doing these like D-list characters. They were doing Spopovich and Pui Pui, and
they look good enough to put next to your SH figure arts too. Like they're not that off.
I have my Bobbity from that line over here because he just looks great.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Doug, why
can't wait to pay $80 for Bobbity later.
That's true. It's going to come back to bite you. Doug, why don't you take this one from Cage?
Cage says, one that I really appreciate is the diorama that came with the Kakarot Collector's Edition. That looks awesome. It's not my number one favorite figure or anything, but I think it's pretty underappreciated. Great display piece. I am mad that I didn't get this. Yeah. This piece looks amazing.
Had I known
it's just
that I would love Kakarot so much, I would have gotten this.
It does look great.
I don't know why. This was Doug pre-money. I couldn't afford to shell out the whatever money they wanted for this.
So for people who are just listening, it's Goku and Gohan on Kinton running next to a dinosaur, and there's like a forced perspective. It's just really cool looking. Yeah. Man. Really would love to have that actually.
Yeah.
I'm going to go broke. After this episode's over, I'm going to go online and just going to buy everything that I've seen.
No. He's relapsing. We've got to have an intervention. Next episode, our Doug's intervention. We take away his credit card.
If you've never unlapsed. I've been here.
That's true. Ken.
Yeah, we got next from Jordan here. Says, all I wanted for Christmas was a Super Saiyan 3 Goku Super Size Warrior with the torn shirt. Found out when I got older, they only made it in France, even though it was shown on the back of the American boxes for a while. To this day, that would be my holy grail toy to actually track down. So I went and tracked down this figure, as you can see.
You did?
And I found it on eBay. It was released here in the States. But if you want to get this on eBay, it's now $400.
Eesh.
Spendy.
So this was early Irwin era, so probably like circa late 90s, 2000, when they were still bringing over toys from the Super Battle Collection and the Super Guerriers or Guerrillas or whatever in French, I don't know, from AB. And these super like 12-inch tall figures or larger, they might have been 16-inch, I'm not sure. These were from AB, and they look
very questionable.
There's some, they vary in quality. This is actually one of the better ones.
They
I
made
think,
some choices that I don't think I would have gone with, but I appreciate the effort.
Yeah,
the transparent clothing to see the blue shirt under it.
So it was only in France. It wasn't in America, but it was on the back of the package. That's so mean to have specifically right next to that picture of Super Saiyan 3 Goku on the back of that package that says, collect them all.
No, it did come out. It did come out.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense why there is English packaging.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
Yeah.
Wow. I'd say go for it, man. I mean, you might be getting a tax refund.
It's not
make your
$400. Yes, go for it.
No, dude, no. Listen to me, Jordan. The Switch 2 is coming out this year. Use that money for the Switch 2.
Yeah.
You'll be using it a lot more than looking at that figure. I think that's a good way to go.
Not in my
So, Randy,
experience.
we've got Parker here.
We've got Parker here who says, I've always loved these figures that Burger King released back in the day. They came with trading cards, but I don't have them. This was really hard to decide between because there's just so much variety when it comes to Dragon Ball merchandise. You think? Even though we picked the same ones, there's so much variety.
Yeah, apparently
Ken is pointing in his shelf. I assume he's got all of these pewter colored figures.
I only have the Super Saiyan Goku figure and the Piccolo.
Man, me and my buddies, we were going to Burger King. We're like, I really just want the Super Saiyan one. I need it. And I don't think I can't remember if we ever got it or if they did, and it was like, well,
we only got
our
one.
life is complete now. Yeah. These
Don't
were
those stores
and-
only have like each Burger King has like only like 2 of the 6 variants or whatever, so you have to go to different Burger Kings.
That was the
Oh,
era
set.
when you could buy like the Trunks VHS or whatever it was, Super
Oh my
Warriors Prepare
god!
or
Yeah,
something.
to get the lost episodes that
Yeah.
Trunks. Oh my god!
Wow.
From
I
Burger
didn't
King,
do
I
that.
should say. Yeah, from Burger King.
Right.
What a
Yeah.
time to be alive, where Burger King had Dragon Ball stuff.
They've got a pretty sick commercial. If you should want to go watch that, it's a kid dressed as Goku backflipping through the whole store until he gets to the front and landing on the counter, and they're like, "Dragon Ball," and he's just,
Dragon Ball.
Yeah,
Kids meal. Yeah.
We millennial kids were weird.
yeah, absolutely, we were.
Interesting times.
Yeah. Doug, why don't you take this next one from this guy, Tanuki Joe?
Tanuki Joseph. He says, "My favorite Dragon Ball figures of all time are the Super Battle Collection figures. I have so much nostalgia for these. From seeing them in the back of gaming magazines to going to Chinatown to buy one as a teenager, it was a big part of my early fandom." And then he gave them away to Doug. He gave them away to me for a low price, I feel like. I think, right, Joe? Was it Joe? I don't know if he listens to the podcast, but I'm pretty sure it was Joe who I got them all from.
So Joe does follow up with another tweet here.
Does he?
Oh.
Yeah, it says, I'll just go ahead and read it. I have it open.
Go
The
ahead,
packaging made the figure feel alive. It was present in such a cool way. Kind of reminds me of how the Figure Arts does things now.
Yeah.
All that being said, I know they weren't the best looking figures, but for me, these are it.
Oh yeah.
I love any figure that has like the clear display that you can see the figure inside of it. Like that's why I don't have a big problem of like keeping my figures in their boxes. Like I can still see the figure. I don't need to pose them. I to be honest with you, I don't like how they look posed in like Detolf shelves like you have, Ken. I don't know. I'll have to
Ouch.
figure out when I have space. Everyone does it. I just my personal taste. Like I have to find a way to display them. I have no idea how yet, but I'm collecting them for whenever that day comes.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This is why people have detolfs.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll take this one from Mike of G2EX, who just posted a shot of that.
It's just the image
that Krillin with the machine gun and a dragon ball.
in box.
In box.
He doesn't say anything. Mike just posts the picture.
He does
You already
follow
know
up
the history.
Yeah, he does follow up and say, in all seriousness, not that the above one wasn't serious. These history box figures are super cool. Great detail for the size and price. For me, at least, this is surprisingly cool as I've been dipping my toes in the wider pool of figure lines. And shocker, it's a Bardock. When he's landed on planet Meat and he's just stepped out onto the crater.
Yeah, I have that one. That one's so good.
So good.
Love
so good.
Of course, it's the Bardock. Yeah, that's so funny. He's on his Bardock kick right now.
Oh, man, that's good stuff. What else we got? What else we normally do? Oh, yeah, trivia.
Oh, I could have gone hours. What else we got, Doug? Oh, I got this figure, this figure.
Hit me with some more.
There's so many, and they're all so good.
For more figures, check out our shorts and go to.
I'm about to make some more. Yeah.
More shorts coming your way. We've got some trivia from our resident trivia deity, Zenpai. So are you guys ready? This isn't figure related. This is just generic. Because he came to me. He's like, what are you guys talking about? I'm like, we're talking about figures. He's like, can I do just regular questions? Because I don't really know figures. And I'm like, yeah, man.
Still going to fail. The one subject I'd be able to ace, and I'm going to...
Denied. Skip it. All righty. It's just 3 of them. So here we go. Question number 1. How many printings has the first volume of Dragon Ball had so far in Japan? Whoever gets the closest wins the point. Okay, he's making calls now on how the rules go.
Hey, that's fine. Okay. He can do whatever he wants.
All right.
How many printings? He's able to lose points. Oh, I was going to say 16.
Doug!
So, Doug has 16. Ken has 17.
Yeah.
Ken is the closest with 183.
I was almost there.
If I had just picked 18, I would have. Why did we guess so low? I just keep thinking. I'm thinking of like the manga and what mine has. Like, yeah, mine goes through like 16. It's got to be late.
Right.
Forgetting it's been like 20 years since I bought that manga.
Yeah. I mean, the manga started in 84, so it's been 40 years. So makes sense.
Wild.
183. Question 2. When did the Tankobon switch to the new refreshed covers? 1 point if you can guess the year. 2 points if you can also guess the month.
Oh, man. I know that information is in my Chozenshu back here. Can I go grab those and check? No.
No.
I want to say it was pre-Kanzenban. So I want to say like 2000. I'm going to say 2003, and I'm going to lock that in.
I'm gonna say 2006. I think it's after.
Well, unfortunately, he didn't say whoever gets the closest wins, because you were both wrong. It was May 2009. So after the Kanzenban.
Nah, when he said that the first time, he meant it for all the questions. So
no, I don't think so. I'm not gonna allow
Doug,
that.
Cut to a clip of Senpai. Senpai. Oh, he agreed with me. Yeah, thank you, Senpai.
I'm not editing that in. Doug, these don't these don't affect our scores from the GT trivia. So we're safe.
Oh, okay. It's a who's line.
Yeah,
system.
They don't matter. / it's whoever wins the episode now. It's not who wins
trivia
the series.
Really matter.
Yeah. It will in the future. And final question: what are the names of the 2 series directors for Dragon Ball?
You
Who
got
directed that
names.
Well, Koyama's.
I don't.
Well, he was a writer.
He was a writer and not a director, so you're correct. One of these names I'm familiar with. The other one I'm not, unfortunately.
Oh, then I'm definitely not getting it then.
No. I barely
Billy
know
Bob Thornton.
editors.
Whoa, Billy Bob.
And what's that actress's name?
And
Emma.
Bobby D.
She's in Poor Things.
Emma Thompson.
No.
Emma
what's her
Roberts.
name? Is it Emma? Anyways,
Emma Chamberlain.
her. Whatever her name is.
Incorrect. It is Minoru Okazaki, who is not the person.
Ken, you were so close.
I was tipping my tongue.
You were one syllable.
And Daisuke Nishio.
Okay, I've heard of Nishio before, yeah.
Right. Oh, man.
Who
Gosh,
these guys?
it's good.
The directors?
Directors, yeah. So who directed the series. So, yeah.
All right.
Man.
Before we do random trivia again, we gotta...
Yeah.
Some prep work is needed.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, that's going to close out our show. Thank you for listening. We love interacting with you and keeping you in the conversation, talking about our favorite franchise in the whole world. You can post at us on our socials at We Got a Pod, and you can email us at wegottapod@gmail.com.
Thank you to Rifti Beats for letting us use this track, Kakarot theme hip hop trap remix. You can find that track and other great music by Rifti on his SoundCloud. Ken, where can the good people find you?
You can find me at Detective X on Twitter.
Randy?
Hey. You can find me at Saber_Breaker.
Nice. And you can find me at Jabaz Doug and my shorts on We Got a Pod, the YouTube channel. Or Jabaz Doug TikTok as well, so there's that.
So thanks, guys, as always, for listening. We also are on Blue Sky, which now it's open to everyone. And all the Japanese fan artists are moving to Blue Sky, so that's how you know it's going to stick this time. So that's where we're going. Threads.
Does that mean the code
Randy.
You guys gave me a few months back doesn't work anymore?
It still does work. It still, and my Blue Sky still tells me I have codes available. So
Yeah, same.
that's weird. And we're doing, we're post GT now, so the sky is the limit for where we can go now. But it would probably be a good idea if you were to revisit the Super manga, just sometime over the next month or so.
Whoa, that fast? No, I need more time. I've had, this past 2 weeks where the weekend comes and I'm just like, wait, do I have homework to do? I don't. No, I don't have to watch anything.
It was real nice.
No. Yeah, it's been nice.
Can we just change the podcast as we're talking about figures for the rest of eternity? I can do that.
Yeah. This was supposed to be a 30-minute podcast.
Well, then we gotta end it.
Always, guys, make sure you like, subscribe, share Doug's shorts. He's just going to keep going on back there. And as always, we will catch you, Matanator.
Bye.
Dragon Radar, I have that too.